Hello everyone and welcome back to WolfQuest. There's a coyote. I was wondering why we weren't seeing any. But welcome back to WolfQuest. We are here with Zona and Navi, the two cousins who are currently running around and looking for a slightly legendary cougar that's been terrorizing the area. And last time they actually did manage to chase down and kill a cougar, but it was so fast and so easy. I don't know. I don't feel right saying that it was the cougar they were looking for. So I think we're going to go ahead and maybe have these guys actually head out of town, because they spent a lot of time in this area of the town the last time looking for the cougar they were trying to find, but I feel like it maybe would not be in the town. I think they will have determined that it was not in the town, so we're going to have to try again out in the wilderness and kind of see if we can find another cougar out here. And hopefully it'll be one that'll put up a little bit more of a fight, because I don't know. I don't think that cougar was really worth, like, it wouldn't have earned the legendary status that the one they're looking for had. It all just happened too quickly. So I think these guys would head out of town and start exploring the more wild areas, and possibly even investigate some of the wolf packs in the area, because there are wolf packs here. They're different than the ones in Amethyst Mountain and in Slough Creek, so they might investigate some of that area. These guys are both originally from Yellowstone, and there is, of course, this compound here, which is kind of an interesting thing. A lot of you guys speculate that that may have had to do with the, what happened here with Lost River becoming a ghost town, and that's generally one of the theories, probably... I don't want to say the best theory, but that's probably that's the one that I generally believe. I don't think we have a canon answer to it, but generally I tend to believe that it's because of something that happened at that facility. But there are a lot of other theories as well, ranging from everything like some sort of perhaps nuclear fallout, maybe even from that plant, to a beaver apocalypse. There's a lot of different theories about Lost River, and I don't think we have an answer as to what exactly happened here, so there's a lot of room for imagination. But these guys are going to head out into the wild, maybe do some hunting, because there is a hunting ground, or no, that's a wolf territory. But there's a hunting ground up in the back 40, and I think they'd head out that way and perhaps see if they can find the cougar up there. And it is now daytime, so a fourth of the day has passed. Basically, the time of day is going to change with every episode, and they have from dawn through night. This is wolf territory. Oh, right, this area is flooded. But yeah, they have through dawn until night or until the end of night to be able to track down that cougar. If they succeed, it could have implications for the pack we would be following in Season 4. Those polls are still up. Make sure you go vote in them if you have not done so already. We've been getting quite a few votes, but we still have a long way to go before the poll is over, and anything could change. So it'll be kind of interesting to see how that ends up. And let's head off. We're gonna head this way. And we will see. I don't think... Oh, listen to that. You can actually hear beaver sounds around here. If you listen closely... You're splashing around a lot, Navi. Let's get name tags on so we can actually see where she is. But you can actually hear the beavers in there. So that's a pretty cool detail that I like about this map. There's lots of things to explore in Lost River and lots of cool little details, but I'm not sure how much these guys enjoy swimming, so we're going to get them out of the water and keep looking around. So we're going to see... I think we're less likely to find cougars running around in the daytime. It's a little bit more uncommon. They tend to come out at dawn and dusk. And that is because cougars are, I believe, what is known as crepuscular, which means they tend to prowl around in the early hours and the late hours, so dawn and dusk. It's like cats. They're awake. They sleep more in the day, I think. I'm pretty sure. I should double check that, but I'm pretty sure cougars would be counted as crepuscular. So let's look around. See if we can get a vantage up here. There's the river running this way, but I don't think they'd be very likely to find a cougar over there. I feel like they might find one where they might be more likely to find one over here, where there is elk and food. And that would make a lot of sense. Hopefully they will be able to locate one. Let's take a look over here, though. So there are some carcasses around. Oh, there's a bunny, a hare. Technically not a bunny, actually. Hares and rabbits are different. And, let's see. Does Navi need to eat? Navi doesn't want to eat, okay. So let's look up here. Do we see anything? The herd should be around here somewhere. Are we actually close to it? Yes, we are close to it. It's just a little further up. Here we go. Oh, and here is the scent trail. I was just going to say, let's check the wind direction, figure out which side we need to go to, but it's right here, where we actually came in at the perfect angle. So there's the elk herd. Let's see. Maybe we will... Who's going to run? This one's going to run. Alright. Let's see. I don't know if we want to chase her all the way out into the hills, but we do probably want to keep her away from the town and see if we can find anything out here. I don't know, though. It'll be kind of interesting. I was amazed we actually not only found a cougar, but managed to kill a cougar right in the first episode, because that's incredibly unusual. There was no guarantee we would even find one, so I was pretty shocked that one would show up right away. Now, it was dawn, so that does, I think, increase the spawn rate. But, yeah. It was pretty amazing, even that we found one there. Oh, Navi got it to turn around. Okay, let's see if we can take her out, hopefully. Shouldn't be too difficult. There we go. And good, Navi's going to eat as well. I always worry when the NPC gets a little bit low on health. Up and that is Navi's scent trail. Alright. So let's take a look up here. We will see. Oop. Here we go. These two are going to be the ones that run. And there is a cabin up there as well. And that cabin can be a bit of an interesting place, I believe. So we might check that out as well. And see if we can find anything up there. Oop. Yeah, we'll have to take a look. But hopefully, and you can hear the elk bugling in the distance too. I love all the little details sound-wise in this game, because there are a lot of cool sounds that you can find if you wander around in the right places. Okay, we might want to let Navi get a bite into, because I think Navi is a lot stronger. Oh, and maybe we will investigate this cabin and see if we find anything there. Oh, come on, Navi, hopefully you can get that elk to turn around. She's running quite far away. And these guys are originally from Yellowstone. They are cousins, as I mentioned in the first episode. Oh, here we go. And they actually met up out here and then decided to join forces to kind of investigate this old legend. I almost want to say it's almost like a ghost story in some ways. But keep in mind, too, that this is all personification. We're adding a lot of story for the sake of story, and real wolves don't. They don't think in quite the same way. We're giving them a little bit more of a human element in this, and real wolves don't have as much of that. There is, however, this old cabin here, which is a pretty interesting place. Very, very freaky place, actually. There's all sorts of little details. Like, I think that's an old... That's an old crib. An old, broken crib. Pretty freaky. Let's see. And there's kind of this back area. Sadly, you can't get inside. It would be cool if you could go in all the buildings, but that would be a lot of extra work code-wise to make sure everything works alright. But yeah, it's still very, very cool. There's lots of detail in this map, and I like that. And then up here, we saw this a little bit earlier. I think we saw it in the first episode too. Did we see it in the first episode? I don't actually know. I think we've seen it before, though. There's actually this old RV up here as well. And I feel like these guys would have a little bit of a time investigating these interesting little details, these interesting things that they keep finding out here, and things they're not used to, because, like I said, they came from Yellowstone. They're not used to all these things. Like, maybe they would see some of them in the areas where the tourists are actually allowed to go, but most of the time they probably spend their days away from people. And so, while they might have seen some of these things at a distance, this is certainly the first time they'd be close to one. Alright, here's the Elk Hunting Ground. I think the herd despawned. And the wind is blowing this way. So we probably want to run along this side. I think, nope, that's out of it. Okay. Let's go back in. If we can, yes. If we run across... If we cut across like this, yeah, then we should be able to get the scent. Hopefully, at least. Unless the herd did not despawn, in which case there will be no scent, and we'll just have to kind of find where they got off to. Oh, there they are, actually. So that's why there wasn't a scent. The scent trails only spawn in when there's a new herd. So they, if there's already an existing one, it's not going to respawn the spoked trails. Alright, there we go. And if you guys are keeping up with the development logs, because they have been putting out some development logs, they're actually completely reworking the old scent system, which is going to be very, very interesting to see. They've been using the scent system since basically the beginning of WolfQuest. The spawn mechanics got a little bit of a revamp, I believe for 2.7 or shortly afterwards, but they're going to be completely reworking the whole scent system for the anniversary update, which they have announced. So there's actually 2 updates that are going to be coming out at some point in the future. There is the anniversary update, which has the new features like the new scent system. I think the new maps, because they're making bigger maps. I believe the new maps are part of the anniversary update. That's going to basically expand greatly off of this version of WolfQuest. Then there's the Tower Cull, which will, I believe it is planned as a DLC right now, which is a completely new mission where you will be able to raise your pups to another growth stage, and it'll be in a new area. So, actually the Tower Fall area. So that'll be a completely separate update, and probably, as far as I know, it's planned as a DLC. So that's going to be a kind of interesting thing that'll be happening in the near future. I don't know how that's going to happen, so it's time to talk future of our WolfQuest series, not just the game. When that happens, we may have to go a little bit light on the challenges, and that, what I'm thinking, depending on, right now we don't necessarily have an estimated release, but hopefully by the time that Season 4 of WolfQuest ends, we will know a little bit more about the details. And if it looks like Season 4 may come out, or like the next episode, the anniversary update may come out during Season 5 of WolfQuest, I'll probably hold off and wait for the next season or for the update to come out before I run the next season. And if that is the case, then we're going to revise some of the challenges, because the anniversary update is going to come with a lot of extra things that, might, and a lot of changes that might make it hard to just even have the challenge. So we're probably going to be go a little bit easy on the challenges, and we might not have as many as we normally do. We've got some pretty detailed challenges at the moment. We've got a lot of interesting things that could happen, but we may have to rework some of that. So that's all going to get overhauled when the game gets overhauled. So we'll have to wait for that. But depending on if it looks like it's going to come out between Season 4 and Season 5, or if we started Season 5, if it looks like it's going to come out if it looks like it's going to come out before we could get Season 5 in, then I'm going to hold off on Season 5. And so we may have a little bit of a break between WolfQuest seasons, so just keep that in mind. Our other series, our other series should go on. Maybe what we'll probably end up doing then is after WolfQuest... Where did the elk go? After WolfQuest, after this season of WolfQuest ends, unless it looks like we can get another season in, we'll probably go back into Shelter 2, run a series of Shelter 2, and then go back to WolfQuest once the update comes out. So just be prepared for a little bit of a break in our WolfQuest series again if we do see the update come out before, yeah, I think a new herd has spawned. We're going to go ahead and search by scent. But do be prepared for a little bit of a break in the WolfQuest series before between this update and the next. If it looks like the new update is going to come out, then I'll hold off on WolfQuest Season 5 until it happens. But if it doesn't, we may try to do Season 5 beforehand. Okay, we're out of territory. So do be prepared for that, but don't worry, we will have plenty of other series to fill the time between then, and WolfQuest will be back pretty much as soon as the new update comes out, because I'm just as excited to get into that as you are, and I cannot wait to share that with you, and potentially even share some beta stuff after the update comes out, if I can get permission for that. I was able to do that for the Moose update, and generally they haven't had a problem with me sharing beta stuff as long as it happens after the update comes out, but I'm not going to spoiler anything for you guys. I'm not going to spoil anything, so if you ask about spoilers, the answer is no. I'm just going to tell you that right now. So I think that maybe the herd has not despawned, except I don't see where they went now. I don't actually know where they went, so maybe we'll kind of set the stage out here. And because we did kill a bunch of the elk out here, and we do have a bunch of carcasses now, maybe we'll leave that for the next episode, when it will be dusk, and hopefully at dusk we will see a cougar spawn, because like I said, I believe the spawn rates are up for that time of day, because I believe that's the time of day when cougars are most active, dawn and dusk. So we'll see. We will have to see, but for now, unless we can find the elk herd, is that elk up there? I think that's elk up there. So they went all the way up here. That's why we couldn't find them. They came all the way out here by the cabin almost. Wow. I didn't know they would range that far. I guess I underestimated how fast they can move. Oh, careful, Navi. Alright, let's see. Let's chase this one down. We do have a carcass out back here behind the cabin. And let's see. Oh man, these elk are pretty fast. Let's run back this way and see. We gotta catch up. Once we start attacking, then Navi can start attacking. But yeah, if you guys don't follow the WolfQuest development logs, they are definitely something I would recommend you check out. Navi? Are you not chasing? Navi's not chasing. Okay. That's fine. But yeah, I definitely would recommend you check them out, because there are a lot of cool things that they've been showcasing recently. A lot of cool details that are be coming in the next update. They're going to be overhauling a lot of the game, and it's going to be really, really cool to see. So I'm definitely very excited for that, and if you guys haven't seen those updates, I would definitely recommend you check those out. Because, let's face it, WolfQuest is a pretty cool game as it is, but it looks like it's going to get even better. And that's going to be very fun to see. Some of these mechanics have been in the game since 2007. 2007 was when the game first came out, and that has now been 10 years. It's kind of hard to get your head around, actually. 10 years is a very, very long time. And the game's still going strong. It looked for a little bit there like it was not going to, like it wasn't going to last, but it stuck around. It's a cool game, and it's stood the test of time at this point. So I'm very excited to see what the future holds as the game continues to grow and develop. Because one of the reasons the game was a little bit, like some of these mechanics, the reason that they're maybe starting to feel a slight bit outdated is because originally they were designed to work with computers. So the bull elk is still here. I don't think we want to kill him because we don't really have that much time. But maybe we'll just kind of check the other carcasses real fast. But this game was originally designed for in 2007. And in 2007, the computers that were available were not nearly as good as the computers we have today. So as the hardware and software for the computers of today has continued to grow and develop, the game has grown with it in many ways. But some of those systems that were optimized for older computers, now the newer computers can handle a lot better, and so they're working on ways to implement some even better systems now that the computers are powerful enough to handle them. So we have a lot of these old carcasses here, and we'll have to keep an eye on them as it goes to dusk next time, but for now, I don't see any sign of the cougar that we're looking for. I don't see any sign of this legendary killer cougar, so I think we're going to go ahead and leave off the episode here for today. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to go check out those WolfQuest devlogs and vote in the poll, and the air polls, and thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys next time, but until then, this is Jay, over and out.